Hello, my name's Vicky and I've been working with Marty since October, which is a good 6 months now. I went to Marty on the recommendation of a friend who'd met her. I'd been suffering all sorts of problems with my mental health. I'd been through an acrimonious divorce about 8 years ago. There was a lot of problems regarding the children and dad being a chronic alcoholic. So I'd had all of this to cope with and deal with. I was suffering with my mental state. I wasn't sleeping. I was feeling like I just didn't want to be here. I felt like my purpose had been taken away from me because my children were still able to go to a dad who was still heavily drinking. So I really was at my wit's end. I was suffering in terms of having very low self-esteem. My confidence was fine. I've always been quite a confident person, but my self-esteem was on the floor, and I just didn't know where to go with it really. So a friend put me in touch with Marty. I was skeptical, I have to say, at the beginning. I didn't know what anybody could do for me, given that I was in a terrible state where I felt like I couldn't go back from this. I didn't feel like I had a purpose in life. I didn't want to be here anymore. The only thing that was keeping me on this earth was my children. The fact that, I was fearful that if they didn't have a mum, what would they do? I honestly believe I was going further and further down that dark hole, and I just didn't know how I was going to get out of it. When I first went to see Marty, she was lovely. She sat with me. She talked about my feelings and how I'd got to where I was. She was very comforting, very calming. I had great admiration for her. She just has this way about her that makes you feel safe. So I decided I would undergo the RTT. Again, I was a little bit unsure as to whether or not something like this might help me. But she absolutely proved me wrong. She was amazing. I went to her house, into her studio. She sat me down. I was nice and calm and relaxed. And then she did. She hypnotized me and almost regressed me back to my childhood. Now, if you'd have asked me about my childhood, I would have told you that I had a really happy upbringing. My parents are still together. They've been amazing parents to me and my brother. We had a very kind of average lifestyle. We didn't really go on holidays or anything. Mum and dad weren't drinkers. Everything was just kind of hunky-dory. My dad used to be in the RAF, so he'd travel and come home at the weekends. So it kind of transpires that there were little issues throughout my childhood, when mum and dad had falling outs like any other parent do, where dad had gone away because of his work. Again, things that are quite normal in life, but they'd affected me in a bad way. So I'd kind of almost latched on to somebody that was quite controlling because of this. And that's how I ended up being where I am today. That said, I then undertook a series of meditations. So Marty relayed all of this information back to me in my meditation. And for 21 days, twice a day, without fail, I laid there listening to the meditation, sometimes fell asleep. It was very relaxing, very comforting. And she basically used words to reiterate to me that I am worthy, that, I do have value in this life. I do, I belong here, if you like. I'm valued, I'm worthy, and I'm important. And since then, I cannot begin to tell you the amazing change it's made in my life. When I say to friends, I just feel like my 18-year-old self. It's absolutely true. I feel like I am valued now. I put down my own boundaries, so people kind of almost, they don't have to respect me, but I won't stand for people not respecting my values and my opinions. So she's taught me such a lot. She's given me my essence back, my life back, and for this I will be eternally grateful. So if you are a little skeptical as I was, please give it a go. You've absolutely got nothing to lose. She's a really amazing woman, very calming, very comforting, will nurture you, will help you every step of the way. If you've got a problem, all you have to do is pick up the phone to her and she's amazing. So I really hope this has helped you. I really hope that you have a positive journey moving forwards, and good luck.